Time to get real, and tonight it's about the highest court in our land and how the Democrats are now threatening and most likely will follow through with their plans to totally reshape the Supreme Court if they take back control of the Senate and White House, which in my opinion is one of the biggest threats to our democracy. Why? Because the Supreme Court is that one branch of our government that isn't influenced by lobbyists, driven by money and the constant re-election process, or directed by party leaders, or even motivated by what's popular or trending. Its sole purpose to follow the law of our land, leaving the bias of the world and politics aside. Even though, as we know, as of late, some justices have let their opinions and feelings creep into the sacred halls of that court, while others have maintained the true rule of law. But again, that's all in jeopardy right now. Why? Because Democrats want to change the rules so their side can win. Sounds like a bunch of whiny little school kids on the playground to me who just lost the last match of dodgeball and now want to change the rules so their side can win, no matter what. Let me explain more. So last night, the nation watched as the 5th woman ever, Justice Amy Coney Barrett, was sworn in as the 115th Justice to our Supreme Court. It was, and should have been by all accounts, a joyous, celebrated evening by all, especially women. Another woman added to the highest court is a big deal. Oh, but wait, for the left, it's only a big deal if that woman believes in their left radical agenda for this country, which is not what a Justice Barrett stands for and believes in. She's a purist who believes in the rule of law and believes a justice should leave their feelings and opinions out of their decision-making process when they rule on a case. And that has Democrats foaming at the mouth now. So much so that several of them, like AOC, let's put them on the screen, and even Senator Kamala Harris, aren't hiding their plans now to stack the court and seek revenge. There they are. We showed them to you earlier. Read them. I can't believe this. They, at every cost, want revenge against Republicans and President Trump, who simply followed the Constitution by nominating and confirming Barrett in a timely manner. So now their plan is, when we take over, we will add 6, 8, 10 justices, who knows, to the high court so that we can appoint those liberal-leaning judges and get our radical left-wing agenda approved through the court instead of how it's supposed to, right? The court of public opinion and voting, our choice. That's the way it's supposed to be. But oh no, that's now how these Democrats play the political game. You see, when they lose, they don't go high, they go even lower. And this, my fellow patriots, is what will happen if they ever take back control. The Supreme Court has had 9 jurists for over 150 years, so it stands to reason that that number works, right? So why on earth would we need so many more judges after all this time? We don't. And so it shouldn't be too hard to understand for anyone out there what's actually happening here. And we must not let it happen, period. The Democrat candidate for president, Mr. Joe Biden, has already told you that if elected, he has said it on the record, one of his first duties will be to start a commission, right, to immediately study the notion of stacking the court. So let's keep this simple, because it's time for all of us to get real. When Democrats don't get their way in D.C., what do? They try to change the rules. What do conservatives do? We grin and bear it until the next election, right? Then we try to get our people in power and continue to uphold the Constitution and the rule of law, whether it benefits us and our beliefs or not. So to me, the stark contrast between the two candidates, with just 7 days left, the most important election in our lifetime, is pretty simple. It's not just Trump versus Biden on the ballot, folks, but it's the future of the makeup of the highest court in our land. So my fellow Americans, if you're still undecided and you haven't cast that ballot yet, the choice is simple. Whether you love or hate Donald Trump, do you want to vote for a team that gripes and complains and then tries to change the rules so they can win, or the team that follows the rule of law, win or lose, no matter the outcome? My friends, I know where I stand. Do you? So let's get real and get out and vote. And that's going to do it for our show tonight. We appreciate you tuning in to Real America. If you'd like to reach out to the show, send us an email, whether it's positive or negative. We take them all. There's our social media and our email. Hope to hear from you. We'll see you tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. But until then, be proud, be safe, and God bless.